A couple weeks ago, I asked everyone to help me fill out a Google form so that I could make a Crusader Kings character. And then, after I had received about 200 responses, I went live and reviewed the data in a PowerPoint. I'm gonna turn it into a video pretty soon, but in the meantime, I thought I would edit down this presentation and put it here in case you wanted to watch it. I do think it's actually pretty interesting. The full PowerPoint will not be in the video. I'll probably just put the highlights in. But if you're interested in the data, if you're interested in how I presented it, and then also to see how I struggled once Twitch chat started banning words that I was going to use in my PowerPoint, I thought this video would be interesting. And I know this is a VODs channel, but it's kind of, I'm just using it like I had a second channel. You know, 25k subscribers, that's too much. I have to put the low quality content somewhere else. Today, shareholders, we're going to be discussing how we at jillyeon LLC drive business success through community engagement. And like every good shareholder presentation, we have shareholder presentation on the title slide, just so you can see. Are we shareholders? Yes, you are all shareholders. So welcome, everyone. Why are we doing this, you may wonder? You know, this is a Twitch stream. This isn't my marketing class. This isn't a corporate setting. But the truth is, ban a word business. All right, that's a little rude, but I will start a 5-minute timer, and I won't say the word fucking business. Alright, my presentation is already derailed. So, here at jillyeon LLC, we strive to separate ourselves in a highly saturated media space. And today, the approach that we've chosen to do so involves a survey of community users to ask them what they want to see in Jillyeon's stream. Alright, we've now banned the word shareholder. Okay, well, I don't think I'm gonna say shareholder again, but I'll start another 5-minute timer. Alright, we can't say shareholder and we can't say the B word. At the end of the day, content creation, you know, it's not really about me. It's not really about what I want to do. It's about the community. It's about what gets views. It's about what you guys want to see. So our unique selling proposition here is that jillyeon strives to make sure that my community's voices are heard, even if they're saying something that I don't want to hear, which is often. And for that reason, at the beginning of the week, I sent out a Google form to collect responses about how this stream was going to go. Okay, we have now banned the word profit. Okay, I have 3 timers going. This is stressful. And yeah, just the lorem ipsum stuff, it's just, I wanted to make it look like there was more text on the slide than there actually was. And so, anyway. So, today our objectives are 3-pronged. First of all, Jillyeon wants to connect with her community more. She wants to make sure that as I grow as a content creator, that me and my community are heard. And second of all, like I said, this is a highly saturated market. A lot of people are streaming. A lot of people create YouTube. Okay, guys, I can't keep track of all these banned words. I'll start the 4th timer. A lot of people stream, a lot of people make YouTube videos, but sorry, I'm blanking now because there are words that I can't say that I rehearsed this PowerPoint saying. I've never had a presentation before where the people started banning words. Alright, we have now banned the word stream. Okay, what is your opinion on the genotype XY fertilization? What? Business on hard mode. Wait, that word is banned! Okay, the word ban is now banned as this industry. Alright. Okay. The share price is tanking. Exactly, my PowerPoint is being derailed. Twitch and YouTube are highly saturated. And we're all fighting for the same piece of the market segment. We're all trying to reach the same target people. And so here at jillyeon LLC, we try to constantly strive for improvement. Content creation is about never staying complacent. It is about constant drive forward. It is about doing better than you have ever done before. And that is what we want to do today. Because what better way to innovate than to ask the very people who will be watching the content at all. Alright, moving on. So, every good brand growth and strategy PowerPoint needs a slide about methodology. And I was going to put 3 separate numbers on it, but I really only could find one figure to represent, so I put it 3 times, and it is that we had 210 unique respondents. Oh wait, timer was banned. No, that's not my dad. I don't know who that is. I googled like corporate man. The method that we will be employing was I sent out a Google form. So the digital platform that we have utilized to ensure that our brand stands out among competitors was of course Google Forms. Okay, the only timer that I still have going is the one called timer. So I'm just gonna restart that and I won't say that word for the next 5 minutes. Moving on. That's it. That's all I have. Let's get into the data. So first and foremost, how long did this take to make? Literally like a couple hours yesterday. And you can tell as the PowerPoint goes on, like the effort is gonna really drop off. In the game Crusader Kings, it has 3 separate start dates. 867, and then 2 other ones that I don't remember. So I asked what year we will be starting in and what rank we will be starting in. You can see here that 42.5% of respondents said that they wanted me to start in 867, 23.2% responded with 1178, and 34.3% responded with 1066. And then, for actual titles, 10% of people said that they wanted me to be an emperor, 10.5% said king, 24% Duke, count was 20, and the winner was Wanderer at 35.9%. So the year that we will be beginning at is 867 and the rank is Wanderer. Anyway, though we will be wandering, everyone needs a location and everyone needs a culture. Where will we be beginning? What will our culture be? And perhaps, where will we be going? Should we return to our homeland? Will our culture and our location be the same? For some of my questions, I gave you multiple choice responses. And for some of them, I asked you to fill in the blank. And for those, I have made word clouds. Mystical Design has noticed that one of the most popular results was somewhere. Also, France, Poland, England, Cumania. You might see that Yorkshire is up here. It's just because one person said Yorkshire like 5 times. So it's not like 5 different people said Yorkshire, it's just that in someone's response, they said Yorkshire like 5 times, which I'll show you in a second. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jillian, 200 responses in which they could have put anything in. How did you decide? How did you review the data? How did you decide? What if someone said a location in France? Did you group it with France? And the answer is, I used state-of-the-art natural language model called ChatGPT 4.0. Now, before you get mad at me for using ChatGPT to count these results, just remember, Doug does it too. Cringe? I know. I'm sorry. I know. If it helps though, it wasn't my account. It was my friend Marshall's account. He gave me the login. I know a lot of you guys like Doug. Shareholder value is going down. Fuck. Anyway, Doug ran you over with his car once. I wish that was me. Okay. Anyway. So this question was where we will be beginning, not where we are from. And the most common response, 10 different people said Poland. 9 different people said France. 8 people said Cumania. 7 people said India. And 6 people said Norway. And 6 people said Ireland. 6 people did not say Norway/Ireland. I recognize these are 2 different places. I know I'm bad at geography, but I do understand that Norway and Ireland are 2 separate locations. But it would be crazy if 6 different people said Norway. Anyway, so Poland is the winner. We will be beginning our wandering in Poland. Moving on. These are some other responses I got. This is the person who said Yorkshire so many times, and the reason why Yorkshire was so big on the word map. Like I said, it was just one person. Classic QRR, yeah. Not sure if Espaniable's here. I went ahead and put this on the first slide just because this was a response to every single open-ended question that I asked from friend of the channel, Espaniable, who, if you don't know, comments this on every YouTube video community post, and then also occasionally in my Discord. No one knows what it means. I don't know what it means, but anyway. 2 people said the moon. I thought the sad face with France here was really funny. And then I just thought Gay Town. Like, you didn't even really try there. Yorkshire and Gay Town is the same. Okay. So I also asked, because as we know, location and culture, not necessarily always the same thing. And so I also asked what culture our character would come from. And you can see again, same kind of responses. We have Irish, French. A lot of people said Pictish. Someone just said come, which is great. Thanks for that. Oh, someone also just said culture. Thanks, guys. Thank Polish God, France didn't win. Well, bad news. I thought France won. Can I redo that? I'm gonna redo that. Now, you might notice the largest word is in fact Norse. And that is because 19 people said Norse. 19 people wanted Norse culture for some reason. French, 10. Greek, 10. And then Pictish/Irish, 8. Roman, 7. So, we will be one of those classic Norse poles. These were some other responses I got. Irish but fucked up. I just speak to that. I relate to that as an Irish Catholic Chicago person. Cum maniac, I do not relate to. And then Aragonese, I love the Mets. I just think that I love the Mets meme is so funny. So we have our character's culture, which is Norse. We have our character's location, which is Poland, even though we're going to be wandering. And is that all we've talked about so far? Anyway, religion. What will our religion be? Here is the word cloud. By far, the biggest responses were Adamitism, Messalianism, and Catholicism. Gay. Someone just said gay. Where does it say gay? Oh, it does say gay. Huh. Catholicism won, per usual. Catholicism had 31 votes. Adamitism had 21 votes. And Messalianism had 18 votes. Norse had 14, and Hellenism had 12. Big up Messalianism, that's the sex one. Well, that's the thing, guys. So I was doing some research because I had never really heard of Messalianism. I've heard of Adamitism just because people always tell me to go on that one because it's the naked people one or whatever. If you're unfamiliar, I guess in Crusader Kings, it literally makes all of your characters naked because the idea is they were returning to primitive innocence before sin caused humans to feel shame. So I did some research on that. The Messalians, I've never heard of Messalianism, but then I read this on their wiki. Their critics also accused them of incest, cannibalism, and debauchery. And I was like, yeah, that sounds like something my followers would vote for. But then, you know what? I was looking at this list. I was like, Adamitism, okay, kind of fucked up. Messalianism, kind of fucked up. But Catholicism is not absolved of crimes either. So, I mean, what are we doing there? You guys could have voted for any religion and you picked the one that has a whole Wikipedia page about sexual abuse cases. So, I mean, what are we doing here? Alright, anyway. These are some other responses I got. I thought it was funny that someone said bisexual as a religion. Also, I liked the justification for these two. Kushites so we can kill ourselves. You can kill yourself in a lot of ways in Crusader Kings. And be any religion. Girl, this is way too complicated. I included this one because I thought this might have been my mom. She told me that it was too complicated and she gave up halfway through. If it wasn't my mom, congrats, you got it in the PowerPoint anyway. Next, we have ASL, which of course stands for gender, sexuality, and age. This one, not surprising, 73% of people voted for female and 50% of people voted for bisexual. You might be wondering, Jillian, what is that little white sliver there? That is straight. Only 4% of people voted for a straight character. And then for age, this is about the point in the PowerPoint where I stopped making my own graphs and just started screenshotting from the Google Forms. The most popular age was 22 at 25 votes. I tried really hard to think of a better way to represent this graphically and I just gave up. If you don't know, I'm 22 years old, so thanks for that, guys. 23 is hated. Yeah, that is interesting. I will be 23 in like a month and a half. So hopefully that number will shift next time. Moving on, we have traits. This is the fun part and also the part that I think a lot of people got confused on. Personality traits, congenital traits, and education traits. Maybe to nobody's surprise, the most popular traits were lustful, eccentric, and ambitious. Lustful by far. About 80 people said lustful. Eccentric said 70, and ambitious 44. So thanks for that, guys. I really thought you were gonna give me something shitty. I also thought it was interesting to include the least common responses that I got. Only one person said callous. 3 people said patient. 8 people said chaste, which I appreciate because I do not want to play a chaste character. The same 8 people voted straight and chaste. I thought more people would vote for like a character that I don't typically play. Like I thought more people would vote for chaste. I thought more people would vote for stuff like, you know, compassionate characters that I don't necessarily run that would make it different. But a lot of people just sort of voted for characters that I already do, which I said in my Discord, I was like, I guess that means I'm doing something right. But, you know. Moving on. For education, 14 people voted for Conniving Puppet Master, which is the Intrigue 5-star education, which I am totally okay with. Like I said, this is the character that I always play. There was no Learning 5-star? Really? Oh no. This data is flawed. I need to do it over again. Fuck. I'm sorry, shareholders. I failed you. For congenital traits, I asked you to pick 2. The most popular. I don't know why it cut my graph off. Beautiful Lunatic one, which I think is super fun. Possessed also close third. For other traits, witch, won by far at 39. Poet had 28, Seducer had 26, Incestuous had 23, and Cannibal had 20. Sad Immortal didn't win. Immortal was up there. I think it was in the top 10. What do we look like? Hair, eye color, height, and then I also asked you guys for some adjectives. You know, what does this character look like physically? For hair and eye color, the most common response was red. Red eyes at 28.2%. And the most common hair color was ginger at 13.3%. But yeah, we're gonna have a red-eyed ginger, which is cool. For the height, I asked you if it was going to be short, average height, tall, or giant. And short won by 2 votes. 2 people voted short over tall, so we will be doing a short character. Short lunatic queen. Well, she's a short lunatic wanderer. Finally, I asked you, what are some words to describe how this person looks? And I asked you 3 separate words because, you know, I could have asked you what celebrity does it look like, what vibes should I go for, but I figured this was open-ended enough. Intimidating, insane, mommy, big, weird, girl boss, scary, hot. I think people said like big eyes, not necessarily big, like physically big. Victor from Arcane. Yeah, Victor from Arcane as 1 word. So yes, we got a lot of responses to this one. This was the most fun for me to go through, I think. But by far, these were the most common responses. 8 people said girl boss, which I don't know how to make someone physically look like a girl boss, but I'll try, I guess. Hot at 8, weird also 8, scary 7, and big eyes at 6. And reminder, she will also be beautiful. These were some of the other responses that I got. We see the return of Victor from Arcane. I just like that you put it as 1 word. That was really funny. Also, having watched Arcane in the last week, I agree. I fucking love Victor from Arcane. Slimy is funny because I don't think I can do that in the character creator. Same with Deviled Egg. I do think you can also see people were getting exhausted with the polls. Leave me alone. Jill, what do you want from me? I only know 2 words. I liked lawn ornament. No idea what that's about. And then racist like Santa. I have no idea what that means. We're getting to the end. So this one I said that I would pick a random name, but I was surprised to see that there was a most common response. Here's the word cloud. Maybe you will pick it out. Sabrina was said twice, but by far, some variation of my name was the most popular. 2 people said Margaret, 2 people said Sabrina. I counted Gort and Gortiana as the same, and 2 people said Ballwrinkle69. But my own name, the name that my parents gave me when I was born, was the most popular. Specifically, Jill was the most popular. 2 people said Jilly, 1 person said Gilbert, 1 person said Jillius, and 1 person said Jillian, but with only 1 L. You sound so offended. I guess I purposefully avoided making a self-insert character in Crusader Kings because that's not something I ever want to do. Like, it's just, I don't know. I don't... Also, if you don't know, my IRL friends and my family will tell you this. I hate being called Jill. I know it's like a third of my name or whatever. I think Jilly's really cute. I'm fine with Jilly. I prefer just my whole name, Jillian. I hate being called Jill, and I always have. What's wrong with Jill? There's nothing wrong with it. I just think of like a PTA mom. Like it feels so not me. I don't know, it's very weird. And also, like, typically if people were calling me Jill, like, it's people who don't know me that well, and so it's like the over familiarity. So anyway, yeah, so the most popular response was my own name, specifically Jill. I don't know what we're gonna do about that. These were some other responses I got. I liked Bobber, just because that's a funny video. I liked Jame instead of James, just 1 Jame. Bingle Bongle, Fergalicious, parentheses, Fergie. Big Ron was robbed. I don't know where Big Ron came from. So yeah, so I don't really know what we're gonna do about the name. I could randomly pick one of the responses. We could decide as a chat, or I mean, we can just name the character fucking Jill. I don't care. Pick boobs. No, I don't want to name the character boobs. Jame, what was most popular after Jill? Well, it was a tie between Margaret and Sabrina. Anyway, we can come back to this because a similar thing happened with the Dynasty name, which if you don't know is kind of like a last name. You can see, again, people were getting kind of sick of the poll and just started putting fucking whatever in. So you'll see girl is big, as well as Thatcher, because if you'll recall, 2 people said Margaret, 2 people also said Thatcher. 2 people just separately put in the name Margaret Thatcher for me. But once again, the most popular response was some variation of my name. So what are we gonna do, guys? Jillius Jillington. Big Ron Jillian. Oh god. Jill Jillington, that's fine. So yeah, so these were some other responses I got for dynasty names. We yearn for Jame. Jame, I do think Jame, just one Jame is funny. Jame Jillyeon, Jame Jillington. We can do Jame Jillington sounds good. Exactly as they voted. That would just be Jill. But yeah, I thought pronouns was funny. Big tongue just made me uncomfortable. I don't like how that sounds. Boobs guy returns. I put McBoatface in here because my dad would think that's funny. Good work, guys. But I don't know what we're gonna do about the name. I guess Jame Jillington. We can go with Jame Jillington. That's funny. And then also coat of arms. Don't worry, we're almost to the end if you're sick of watching this PowerPoint. I just sort of asked you what to put on it. And a lot of you guys gave me some good ideas. I don't know what we're gonna do about it though. These were the most popular responses. I figured I would just put all of them on there. Jillian makes worse coat of arms, asked to leave early Middle Ages. It will be very ugly. So yeah, so I guess this will be our coat of arms. I'll come back to this in a second. And then finally, the actual game itself. We've made the character, now what do we do? That's only half of the fun. What do we do once we get into the game? For lifestyle, the most common response was intrigue, temptation. Intrigue, skullduggery was second, and then martial strategy, and then wandering journey. Is that you? No, I looked up gamer and he came up. I think it's funny to imagine he's playing Crusader Kings. So we will be doing intrigue, temptation, lifestyle, which is good because if you remember, we are a 5-star conniving puppet master. And then I also asked you, I said, what will my spouse look like? What should I look for in a spouse? Did not specify the gender, even though I knew you guys were gonna vote gay, spouse, whatever. You can see here a couple themes emerge. Hot, giant, tall, good, handsome, himbo, strong, dark, smart, rich, vibes, related. I didn't put it, that was my evil Twitch chat. You guys just voted for my type. I liked the specification of breedable but not Dutch. I thought Womna was funny. And then I also thought it was funny, I don't know why Canva cut it off, that they gave me examples specifically from the Addams family. What's the difference between breedable Dutch and breedable not Dutch? I'm not sure. I'm afraid I don't know what makes someone breedable at all. I know what makes people Dutch. I realize now, I should have probably edited this word cloud so it doesn't just say marry children and seduce children. That's not good. I shouldn't have done that. Or incest win. That was a mistake. These were the playthrough goals. I asked you guys what I should try and do this playthrough. These were the most common responses. A lot of people gave me some actually good ideas. Children by far. Most people wanted to see me have a lot of kids. Don't say incest win. This isn't an incest win. Incest will not win. Notably, incest isn't here. These were more responses that I got. I liked the LOL after win one war because that's fucking rude. I win wars all the time. And then also the world is your stable. I checked the rest of their responses to see if they were like horse themed. They weren't. And I've never heard of this metaphor before. The world is your stable. So that is it. That is all of the results that we have. All of the things that I pulled you on. Which means it is time to see what wonderful woman we have created. The year is 867. We are a 22-year-old Norse bisexual wanderer from Poland who practices Catholicism. We are lustful, eccentric, ambitious, a conniving puppet master, a beautiful lunatic who practices witchcraft and writes poetry. We have red eyes, ginger hair, and we're short. People would describe our features as girl boss, hot, and weird. And our lifestyle focuses on temptation. We are searching for a hot, giant, good spouse. And our goal is to seduce the Pope and have many children. The perfect woman. So literally like you. I am not short. I do not have red eyes. Hopefully no one describes me as weird looking. That would be mean. My lifestyle is not focused on temptation. My lifestyle is focused on, I don't know. I was gonna say sleep. I don't know. I have depression. I am searching for a hot, giant, good spouse. My goal, however, is not to seduce the Pope and have many children. My goal is to sleep. Yeah. Also, I think I'm kind of eccentric. I think I'm ambitious. And that's about it. I don't think I'm any of the rest of these. Your lifestyle is focused on increasing shareholder profit. Exactly. So here, let me move FinTech Jillian over. It is time to actually start the game. Thank you guys for filling out my survey as well. And I know it was kind of long, but this was fun to make. Please put little business Jillian on big Jillion's head like a hat. Okay. She just kind of looks like a cancerous growth, maybe. I also, at the end of the survey, I asked you, is there anything else you want to say? Just, you know, classic open-ended thing. And a lot of people gave me very, very, very kind responses about my streams, my videos, my content and everything that were really good to see and really nice to read. So thank you. So anyway, I hate business students so much now. Thank you, shareholders. I hope you will continue to invest in my company or whatever. Feel sorry for business students? You should. It's very hard to be a business student. We have to talk about things like revenue equals profit minus expenses.